what's up? Welcome back to the Mandatory. Remember, if you like the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media channels. You'll see on the screen the ways that you can connect with us on our personal accounts. And thanks so much for rocking with us. We took a bit of a hiatus because it's been a very, very slow month of boxing. There's no deal, right? So this is the biggest issue. How do they not have a deal and it's almost the end of the year? Why was Inoue fighting on Facebook? One of the best fighters in the world was fighting on Facebook
in
like
2025.
Top Rank has to get it together. It's not 2008.
Michaela Mayer's fighting in Canada in 2 weeks for a title.
Is it on Facebook?
On a third, I don't know where it's at. I'll look. On a Thursday, by the way. Like
Virgil Ortiz fought on not Virgil Ortiz, who fought recently?
Oscar Valdez.
Oscar Valdez. He fought on ESPN Deportes.
Emiliano Vargas supposedly is going to go that route as well. There's rumors about Richard Torres. He's hinted at this actually on his own Instagram about him fighting potentially in Mexico. Like, there, a lot of stuff still needs to be finalized, but we do know that as far as Top Rank goes, Michaela Mayer, see right here, is moving up again to 154 to fight Mary Spencer at the Montreal Casino for a WBA title. WBA is not recognized by BoxRec, so that's not here. But that's going to be for a title the day before Halloween in 16 days from the time that we're recording this. I don't know what's the deal with Top Rank. Top Rank's last event, by the way, was Xander Zayas' title defense against Jorge Garcia, which I was covered, and we talked about extensively on this show. It was almost 3 months ago at that point. At this point, it's July 26th, I think it was. There's a rumor that came out yesterday about Keyshawn Davis could get bought out of the last part of his contract and then go to Matchroom or whatever. I don't know how much stock I'm putting into that.
I think a lot of fights are being held up because of this Top Rank deal. Like, it has to be, because it's like, what are they gonna do? Fight on Facebook? What are they gonna do? Instagram Live? Like, this is ridiculous. So that poses the question, Bryan, like, what's happening with this Top Rank deal, and what do you think? Like, what's gonna happen with Top Rank? Why do they not have a deal yet? Shouldn't this have been taken care of when they knew that ESPN wasn't going to renew?
Yes, this should have, because look at who we're missing out on. So he's with Riyadh Gang now, so he's gonna be up there. He's gonna be fighting Picasso in December or whatever. Great. Rafael Espinoza. Does Rafael Espinoza has a fight that's coming up? Like that guy. I thought he had there's nothing official yet. Navarrete, we got to see. Murataya, now he may be fighting Andy Cruz. Don't know where, don't know when. That would be cross promotional also, because Andy Cruz is a Matchroom guy, and the IBF, there's supposed to be a purse bid situation for that.
The only thing I can think of is that they're in talks of a deal. Well, they're in talks with everybody right now, but I do feel like a deal will be announced before the end of the year. It has to. There's no way that Top Rank can go into the new year without a deal.
I listen. I thought that they would get this done by the fall.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean, you have the money, I think, to just do it on YouTube. Like, go pro box, go the pro box route, and until you figure it out. But listen, they're probably more traditional over there. Look at who runs the show. Like, they come from TV. They've always been on TV.
They want a linear deal. They want a linear deal. And
let me ask you this. As someone with TV background, like the more extensive TV background, on that note, do you think they want a linear deal because they feel like going to YouTube will be cheapening the product? Like, they want to hold a certain level of prestige and not do anything in the interim?
I think the way that I compare it is linear TV, despite the fact that it even sounds old when you call it linear TV, right? It's the biggest platforms are still on linear TV, no matter what. When you take things off of linear TV, what you're going to have is the product like Major League Soccer. Major League Soccer used to have a deal with Fox. Major League Soccer up here had a deal with TSN, which is the ESPN version of Canada. They were like, you know what? We're going to go straight streaming. They moved over to Apple TV. Their viewership has never been lower before. ever. They have one of the worst, like it just declined. I think for Top Rank is like it's a big name, right? It's a huge name. It's a big product. They should be on linear TV now. I'm sure they're trying to find deals, but at the same time, a lot of these networks aren't trying to invest in the business of boxing anymore. We've seen this happen, right? We've seen HBO, go away. We saw ESPN go away recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is something that worries me, but I do believe that to have the product on linear TV makes the most sense, and then having an option of like having a streaming service, right? Like they probably want both, but it's a product. Top Rank should be on linear TV. Now, where they go, I think Turner Sports probably makes the most sense for them.
But do they want it? CBS got they got the Riyadh, they got the not the Riyadh, they got the Zuffa boxing edition, which I talked about on my channel
But then
recently.
Zuffa probably just wants to box out Top Rank because they want to do everything. So
No,
they're
no,
they're not going to let that happen.
no. That's what I'm saying. Like that's an
Yeah.
option that's not on the table at this point. And with Zuffa, it looks like they're gonna do almost contender series style, like Friday night fights style fights that build up guys, so then they're ready for Riyadh, so to speak, so
Hmm.
that they're ready for the bigger fights in air quotes in Saudi. Uh, okay. And Top Rank is one of the only other promotions that has a leg to stand on in this new era we're entering. But it doesn't appear like they have a leg to stand on if they don't have a deal. Like, I don't know. TNT, I said Top Rank on TNT, great marketing. TNT, Turner, as you mentioned, also a history with combat sports. Also, currently, right now, deal with AEW.
Yeah. So it
And has
makes
had
sense.
MMA, has had MMA also. It's had one championship.
Yeah. So that's the place where I think makes the most sense. And also, it's like, Fox used to have PBC on Fox. Like, I don't think Fox is in the business of investing in boxing, but like they would have to look at all of those networks. And I just think because Zuffa Boxing is with CBS, that they'd be like, no, you can't have Top Rank on here because they want to control everything.
NBC is another one, but I don't know what their intentions are. Um, Otherwise, I don't know.
Seeing boxing on NBC would be great, but it's like I haven't heard anything about NBC. Like
Nothing.
not one thing. So it's like it's hard to believe that they'd go there. But we did hear rumors about Turner. We did hear that.
Yeah, and when I heard the Peacock thing, it looked more like it was more like a theory, not more so like, oh, this is being talked about, this is happening. It's just no TV, no streaming. I feel like at this point you'd be okay doing it on YouTube, but I feel like this becomes a pride thing now where it's like you don't want to take the L, quote unquote, and just go to YouTube. Like I I don't think you want to go from ESPN to YouTube. Like
Yeah.
I just think that for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, just level of stubbornness is maybe also why they're in this position. So I mean, hopefully they can get the deal they want. The renewal for ESPN. I mean, look, ESPN picked the WWE over them essentially, and
Yeah.
WWE is bigger business than boxing right now.
Yeah. So we'll see. Drop your comments. Let us know where you think Top Rank is going to be. If it is going to be on linear TV, if you see them more just being a streaming service at this point, because that might be a thing where they even go to DAZN. I
Ugh,
mean, they
right.
have to be somewhere.
Should
They're
probably talk
no,
about
they're
that.
they're nowhere. You know, Top Rank on Facebook. Like I don't ever want to see that again. I never want to see one of the best fighters on Facebook. I don't even have Facebook. I couldn't even watch that fight.
Until after the fact.
Yeah, which was
Um,
which was crazy. That's wild.
I found a way. Um,
Yeah.
I think yeah. By the way, Raymond Murataya, Andy Cruz, IBF title fight. Purse bid is in 2 days, so we'll see what
That's the fight
happens.
that I'm interested in. I think that's a very good fight.
Do you
Some people
think?
might think it's boring, but whatever.
Do you think Andy Cruz will be the favorite?
I
Cause
don't think so.
okay.
I think Murataya should be the favorite. I think Murataya should be further along in his career at this point. I think Murataya should have been in bigger fights at this point, but I think Andy Cruz is probably the most exciting fighter in that division. I think you could argue that. I don't know if we'll ever see Shakur and Andy Cruz, but I don't know if people would want to see that.
I think we will, but not at 135 because it looks like Shakur, if he does fight Teofimo next, he'll move up, and Andy Cruz will move up too at some point.
Yeah.
Legit, like just a ridiculously good amateur pedigree. I still want to see it at this level. And Raymond Murataya, the email championship jokes are going to fly because, well, he got the title because he was the interim champion and then promoted to champion once Vasily Lomachenko retired.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Andy Cruz is the most exciting guy in the division. Like I would still put Tank and like Abdullah Mason there, but I'm intrigued by what Andy Cruz can do, and I kind of think he'll win this fight.
I'm a big fan of him. I think he's really skilled, and he's got power. Like Andy Cruz got pop. So I think for me personally, I think he's one of the most exciting fighters. But I think a lot of people. Obviously, you have the big names of like Tank and Shakur and whatnot, and obviously Abdullah Mason, who continues to make noise. But who knows when we're going to see him next? Maybe on Facebook. Bryan, any other topics that you want to hit before we get out of here?
I think we're good. Let's just get to the comments if you guys have them on the way out of here. We have Mateo. Stuff happens with the top ranked doing this. Unfortunately, Marvin Hagler fought inside of a new station once in a pro fight. Sometimes the best is just to eat it. I mean, look, top rank, like YouTube wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah, it would
You've
make
talked,
things more accessible, and it could be YouTube TV,
yeah,
right? So it's like
you've talked about this, yeah.
you could pay a subscription to have Top Rank. Just saying.
Yeah, like I do think Alphabet Boxing says Murataya lost to Tarmer if that to Tevin Farmer, Tarmer to Tevin Farmer if that fight was ESPN. I listen, Tevin Farmer, man, he faded late, and he had I think a point deduction in that fight too. But I thought Farmer got short end of the stick in that fight, and in both Williams Zepeda fights, I think he should have won at least the first one, and then he got caught by Schofield in round one. By the way, I still want Schofield to kind of prove it. I don't get too excited about first round knockouts. Like I see first round knockouts and I'm like, yo, that's great. But if you just catch somebody, I still need to learn more about you, like when you get rounds. So we'll see when Schofield is able to get more rounds. Less so with Boots, because I feel like we know Boots is good. We just want to see him against better guys. But yeah, I agree. Like I'm still iffy on Murataya. I when I interviewed Rayo Valenzuela like earlier this year, he thought Murataya was like the most underrated boxer. He said in the sport, and I was a little surprised by that. This is before he won the interim title, before he fought. God, what's the Russian dude's name? One who got knocked out by Devin Haney. Its name is escaping me at this point, but I don't know. I think Andy Cruz might beat him.
All right, well, we'll see. Drop your comments. Let us know, by the way, who you want to see fight. If there's any news or anything that you want to talk about, drop them in the comments as well. We may be able to get to that on another episode. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break next week, but we'll be back the following week. And luckily, it's a slow month. Bryan, this is probably one of the slowest months ever in boxing.
It just got slower. I'll be at the Danny Garcia fight this week in Brooklyn. So let me know if you're going to be there. Say hi, and I'll have coverage of it. I'll probably post some stuff either here on my channel or both. Did an interview with Chris Colbert last week, and that was interesting to say the least. But the Danny Garcia card, real quick, like there's actually some shit on there. Like I'm actually surprised at some of the guys that they got. Danny Garcia is obviously fighting against like his goodbye to Brooklyn fight or whatever. But like Dominique Crowder, Damian Nybo, Rashad Matty, obviously Chris Colbert's there. Like there's actually some interesting names on here. Matthew Gonzalez, who's from my neighborhood in Ridgewood, where I used to live and where I grew up. So there's some comeback fights. There's a mixture of veterans, like up and comers. So I think it's a cool card, but you know, I wonder how it's going to perform at Barclays Center. It's a big arena.
Yeah, let us know if you're going to be attending the fight. And obviously, Danny Garcia, one of my favorite fighters, and I thought his best was at 140. Just in my opinion, he was that guy at 140 for sure. But yeah, we'll be back not next week, but the following week after that. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you like the content.